So today I'm going to introduce your Google Business Profile program. This would be the program that you would have if you decide to go ahead with Viral Snowball. So let's start off by showing what we will cover in this video. First of all, we'll cover the 3-pack audit. Now that is referred to in a previous video, so please check out that previous video to see about a Google search. I will also cover our ongoing service, what we're providing on a sort of monthly basis for you, the monthly report that we will do, what's in that report and what does it all mean. I'll explain the trial period that we go through when we kick off with you. I'll also cover whether you can do it yourself and what it entails, what it involves, and this is quite possible to do for you to do it yourself. And then from there, we'll just go on to what video you go on to next if you want to follow things through. So let's look initially at the 3-pack audit. And you'll remember from a previous video, when you do a restaurant search on Google, you get this 3-pack coming up here. These are the 3 top restaurants in the West Hampstead area that I'm looking at here. And what we would kick off with is we would do a comparison. So we would look at these 3 restaurants and your restaurant, and effectively we'd do a spreadsheet and put all the details onto in one place so that we can analyze them against each other. There's well over 100 data points for each restaurant, and that allows us to drill down and work out. It's a bit of a jigsaw puzzle I've put here. It's not pure science. You haven't filled in this, so you've been deducted a point, that sort of thing. But so it's part science and part art in terms of working out why you are where you are and what you need to do to get into that top 3. This process takes us about 6 hours in the first month. Obviously, we have to drill down into each of your competitors. We look at the top 3 because that's where you want to go. You want to get into the top 3. And so we look at your competitors and look at where you are now and what you have to do to improve. So what is our ongoing service? Well, we update your profile, obviously, as information comes to light, and we ask you for information, and this may be images, it may be just general information, but we need to fill in the blanks and give more information and show you how you can rise up the rankings. We can monitor and respond to reviews. I mean, we monitor the reviews. Some restaurants choose, of course, to reply themselves, and that's fine. It's down to individual choice. We can do an all-encompassing job, or there might be certain things that you want to retain control of. It does involve something of a culture change for the restaurant, because when you become aware of all the things that you need, particularly around reviews and images and so on, then the staff tend to become more conscious of these things and asking for reviews and getting people to respond and so on, because it's going to help your Google Business Profile, and that's going to push you up the rankings and get more people into your restaurant. We'll also cover the monthly report. It's part of the ongoing service, but we'll cover that in the next slide. And the ongoing service only takes us about 2 hours a month, so it's not an exhaustive work, if you like, but it's more of a tick-over job to make sure that everything is updated and uplined and so forth. So what you get with the monthly report, well, you will have seen a previous on the local Falcon video. You will see all the data points that we, the position that you are in around your restaurant area, and that's the key. It's local search that we're talking about here. What can people see if they're in the area, or if they're if you're based in West Hampstead, why are you high up the rankings in West Hampstead, and where are you in the rankings? Don't forget that it depends where the searcher is in terms of how high you're coming. So we do the monthly report will show your updated chart as things move on, and this will show the effect of the changes that you've made to your Google Business Profile and how it's manifestly showing itself on the map. This can be an exciting moment, and customers do find that they love to get the monthly report and see how far up the charts they've risen. Are they getting close to the top three? Are they in the top three? And if they're in the top three, you want to move up. You want to try and move up to number one, of course. And I mean, others may be coming in and trying to move ahead of you. You want to get to absolutely to the top. So now the trial period lasts 3 months. We have no contract in place, so it can be terminated at any time if you're unhappy with what we're doing, or vice versa. If we're unhappy with what we're doing, the contract can be terminated at any time. It's not built in. It starts with this audit that I've talked about. This 6 hours generally that it takes in the initial first month to get all the ducks in a row, so to speak. At the end of that 3-month trial period, we would reevaluate how things are, and actually, you will almost certainly find the price goes down. That's covered in the next video that you can have a look at. Now, do it yourself. You can do it yourself, no problem. You don't need us or another agency. You can do it all yourself, because this is not rocket science. However, the audit that we do in the first place is time consuming, and that's really quite critical, because it allows you to see exactly where you are. There's a learning curve involved. You have to know all the ins and outs of Google, how it works, what's key to the algorithm, what's going to move the needle, so to speak. Will you sign up for the software that we use, for example, and we find absolutely critical to know exactly where you are, particularly in the different areas, because that chart, that map is very key. It would probably take you longer than us, just because of our know-how, but it would probably take you 3 or 4 hours a month, which is not a huge undertaking. However, we have to ask the question, will you see it through? Because so many restaurateurs are so busy with so many different aspects of their business. Yes, you've got staff that you can maybe outsource this to, and can you do this? You're good at social media, can you do this? But it's not going to be their main job, is it? And are they going to get around to it? Some restaurants do, absolutely, it can be done. But there is that question mark, because there are so many good intentions. Well, let's do this, let's do that. And does it really work? Does it work month after month? So where to next? Check out our video on the costs of having a Google business profile in place, and see what you think. So that's the next video we'd recommend that you watch.